struggle and success, through music and messages, the preconceived and the unexpected. Whether you are in the depths of the valley or in the midst of your mountaintop experience, everyone needs to be encouraged from time to time. You've tuned in to ALH Broadcasting, and this is Andrea L. Hines, your host for When Life Speaks. I'm glad you accepted the invitation to connect with us as we share stories of strength, testimonies of triumph, observations, and information meant to touch the heart and uplift the soul. There's something in this broadcast just for you, and if it's a blessing to your life, it just may be for someone else as well. So tag, share, invite someone, then turn down the volume of life and get ready to receive, so that when life speaks, you'll speak life. Well, happy Thursday evening, everyone. I am glad to be here this evening. This is your host, Andrea L. Hines, and you have tuned in to When Life Speaks right here on ALH Broadcasting. And I am glad that you are here tonight. We have a little different programming. I'm trying something different tonight, and we'll see how it works out. You can let us know whether or not it's been helpful to you. We know that there's a lot going on, and when I say a lot going on, I do mean a lot going on. And we've talked and had programs about how we can support one another and how we can celebrate one another and make sure that we're getting the word out about different things that are going on. And it really doesn't matter where you are located because we are everywhere. So if there's something going on in the Raleigh area, that is great. If it's something going on in the New York area, we've got listeners in New York, we have listeners in Florida, South Carolina, and all across everywhere, Georgia. And so if you have something going on in your area that you would like for people to be aware of, that you want them to be able to support or celebrate, then we want to make you let you know where those things are and how you can plug in, because it's very, very important, especially in these days and times, that we support one another as best we can. So we're going to do it a little differently. Usually I have my list and things out, or I will have a flyer or whatever to put up. But the friends are popping in tonight, and they're going to pop in and tell you about their projects and what is going on and what is happening. And I think, let me see, we're going to start off tonight with Francina Booker. So let me add Francina here to the stage. There she is. Hey, Francina, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and I thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you here on When Life Speaks. And Francina is a busy lady. And some of you may or may not know her story, but she is a cancer thriver. We won't say just a survivor, but she's a thriver. And she keeps us up with things that are going on in government and fundraising opportunities and all of that. So she's popped in to tell us a little bit about something that is going on right here in the very, very near future. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Francina. Tell us what's happening with ASCAN and with our government.
Okay, well, first of all, hello, everybody. What's going on right now? I know everybody has listened, heard in the news about what they're trying to do, cutting Medicaid, messing with Medicare and Social Security. So right now, my advocacy group, American Cancer Society, Cancer Action Network, we're going to meet with our lawmakers in Raleigh on April 16th. And what we're doing is we're trying to get them to understand how it would affect cancer patients with these Medicaid cuts. We know back in December of 2023, our state joined the other states with getting Medicaid expansion, which has helped over 600,000 North Carolinians alone to be able to have access to it, which would help them, with their screenings, their treatments, the medications. Well, now they deciding that they want to cut it. And when they cut it, it affects a lot of North Carolinians alone, especially cancer patients. So it involves with the cuts, you know, some of them will no longer have Medicaid. So what does that mean? Well, therefore, they will be able to go and get screenings, and we're not just talking about screenings for cancer. We're talking about other illnesses, other diseases. We're talking about treatments, especially those that need chemo. How does it affect them? And so, therefore, like I said, on April 16th, we're having what we call Cancer Action Day, and we're inviting anyone who lives in Raleigh and wants to participate to be able to come out, voice, because I know everybody has been touched by it one way or another, whether it's themselves, whether there's family, friends, co-workers that know a story. And so if we, as many voices as we can, we would love to have you come down and speak to them. I know I've talked on previous shows about getting to know who your lawmakers are, knowing who's in your district, because it affects us all. And we all have a voice, and we want to make our voice heard. Let them know, we're not in agreement with this. This affects us, and we've got to be about change. We got to let them know that we're not going to stand still and let them figure they can do what they want to do to us, especially to the minority and us, black and brown, who it affects the most. So I'm going to put in my Facebook page where I don't have the information right now available, but I do want to put it on my page, and I would love, like, again, for you to sign up. It doesn't cost you anything, but you do have to register, and there is a link that you will be able to click on. So again, come on out, y'all, because we sure can use it. The more, the merrier. I'm telling you, we matter. Our voice matters, and we got to look out for one another. Not only those that are with us, but those that are coming behind us.
Right.
I'm sure would appreciate
it. You have something else going on too, Francina, and I don't think it comes up until September, so we'll have an opportunity to talk about it again a little bit later. But tell us what that's about, because I think you got awarded either last year or year before last for your efforts in with this organization. So we got a couple of minutes. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's what we call Lights of Hope. And what it does is every year in September, we go to DC again to meet with our lawmakers on certain cancer priorities that we have. But in the meantime, that Lights of Hope is our fundraiser. And what we're doing is we're trying to raise funds for cancer research, programs, preventions, as well as honoring not only survivors, those in treatment, but also caregivers and those that are no longer with us. And so that and we try to bring people together to let them know that they're not alone in their journey. There are people out here that's putting in the work to try to help them through the process. And so it's very important to receive donations for the Lights of Hope, because you never know when them dollars may help you.
That's right.
Or a loved one, and so it's very important, and it's near and dear to my heart. And I'm telling y'all, I'm out there. I have a goal set, and I'm doing what I can. But like I said, every little bit helps. There is no too little.
Right.
We accept, whatever you choose, because we with the times that we're in right now, we know it's kind of hard for people to try to, donate. But like I said, we appreciate whatever you can donate. Every bit helps.
Well, Francina, I thank you for that information, and thank you for coming on and being with us this evening, because sometimes we don't know what we can do, and we don't understand the impact of the one. We have a program sometimes that we go go into the power of one, because we can't sit back all the time and think that my little bit doesn't make a difference, or I'm not at the point where I can actively go out and do something. But through your fundraiser, and I'm going to help you this year, because we're gonna make it a time of fellowship, because you have to decorate the bags that you take with you,
Yes.
that are lined up in DC. So I'm going to put my cut and paste skills together. And we're going to do that. And like I said, you never know, what little bit will help, what little bit will make a difference, because this is doesn't have to all be on you. We can share in getting that done. So when you see Francina's post, and your Facebook is Francina Booker, is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you see that, and you check out that post, and we may put something up on ALHB to let people know that that post is out there. And if they want to help in another way, maybe we can get a team of folk together to decorate some bags and make that impact when you go to Washington then. So thank you, Francina. We appreciate you being here, lady.
And thank you. But I do want to say something about the bags. How
Yes.
important the bags are. Because when I decorate them, they are decorated with love. I want people, when they see my bags, they know that it's not something that I just threw together. It's a connection. And also with the bags, family members, they can have a party. For those that donate, and I give them bags, they can get their families together. And so they decorate, and then they can also display them. They can display them in their houses. They can display them at the yard. They can display maybe with a loved one who's no longer with us, had a certain place or area that they like to frequent, and they can go out there and spread the bags and take pictures. And then I ask them to send those pictures to me so that we can display them on our website. So it like I said, it brings people together. It brings people together.
Well, thank you, and thank you for making that available to us. And for those of you who have popped online, come online, share this broadcast. Be sure that you share it so that others will know and understand what is going on. Okay. Thank you, Francina. We'll
And
see you
thank
next
you.
time.
Okay, love y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of the evening.
Okay. Francina has been very, very active in all of the fundraising and getting that legislation changed, and talking to her congressman and people in government, and getting all of us involved and more aware of what's going on and what is happening. There are very few places that you will go. There are very few times that you will be in a place where somebody isn't touched by cancer, being touched by what is happening with healthcare and all of the many different things. And we can all make a difference. We always say, I want to be a blessing. I want to help. I want to make a difference. Well, there's a way that you can do that. And Francina is going to help with that. And we're very, very glad that she is. I see somebody else has popped in on us, and let's see, she was going to come on later, but since I see my friend in the house, let me see, are you ready? Just put it in the comment section, Leah, if you are ready to go on, and we can pop you in right now. So just let me know. And let me tell you one thing while I'm waiting for Leah to respond. Families Together is another organization that we support here, and they work diligently to uh, deal with families who are homeless, getting them into homes, getting them where they need to be in terms of employment or whatever the backstory is surrounding that. I do not have the paperwork before me right now. However, um, soon, and I'm saying soon because I do think it is, I think it is this month and maybe next month, but I am going to put it out there when it happens. They have double and triple match giving. Let me see, Leah, if you come in, I need you to come in through the link. So if you can come in through the link, there you go. Thank you so much. But it's double match sometimes, and it's triple match sometimes, and it's exactly what it says. When you give, you have the opportunity to have that giving match. So if you are giving $25, that $25 turns into $75. I think that is a wonderful deal. I think it is a wonderful organization. And throughout the rest of this month, we're going to be doing more in order to support and celebrate these organizations that are near and dear to our hearts. So let's see. I got another friend popping in, and let's see. There she is. Hey there, Leah.
Hey,
How
Elder.
are you? I'm doing
I'm
good. I'm doing
good. How are
good.
you?
I'm hanging in there, girl. I am hanging in there, and I thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in early, so that
Yeah.
because I know you've got some, I'll say, new news or updated news that has to do with the gala coming up in October. I am excited about it. I'm excited about what is happening with it, and fill us in, lady. Let us know what's going on. And those of you who hide in the background, we don't see your comments or anything, be sure that you share this broadcast, because we got good information and we got our friends coming in to tell us all about it. So talk to us about Courage Couture.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, thank you for letting me come in for a few minutes. Hey everybody. So I'm Leah M. Forney. I'm the visionary behind the Courage Couture Gala, which is my very first charity event under the Save Me movement. So if you've been following me, I started a movement back in 2018 called Save Me, along my dear friend Carmen, who has passed away. And it was all about sexual assault advocacy for victims everywhere. And so God told me back in 2024, it was time for me to go ahead and go full steams ahead and create this one night where survivors of sexual violence can feel seen and feel heard and feel validated. And so if you know me, you know that I'm a survivor myself. I've spent the last 10 years of my life as an advocate and an activist for survivors of sexual violence. And so I wanted to create one night, just one night, where we can get together as a community and wrap our arms around survivors of sexual violence and let them know that they're loved, let them know that they're seen, let them know that their stories matter. They matter to us. And so I'm excited. It will be happening October 24th, 2025, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the historic Prince George's Ballroom in Landover, Maryland. And so tickets actually go on sale this Sunday, April 6th. You can start getting your tickets to the Courage Couture Gala. So, yeah.
Tell me how things are going so far, because I know I'm excited about it. I've talked to some other people about it. We have some listeners up in the Maryland, D.C. area, as a matter of fact. So I want to be sure that we get this information to them as well. How can they get in contact? I think Save Me movement.
So you can go straight to the website, save me with two A's.org, and you'll be able to see all the information on the landing page about the Courage Couture Gala. And then tickets will be available starting Sunday. So people will have from this upcoming Sunday, April 6th, all the way till, I think we're closing tickets October 10th. So October 10th will be the last day that
Okay.
people can get their tickets.
Okay. And there's an advantage to registering early, is there not? Do you have something special going on for those who with pricing?
Yeah. Yeah, if you register early, you get to save a little bit of money. So early bird tickets are like $10 to $30 cheaper than the regular general admission. So I've been
Mhm.
telling people you might want to get your tickets early, because once you wait till about August, September, the price is going to be up. And of course, that's because it's a black tie event. There's food that's going to be there, drinks, DJ, all of those things. And it's going to be a program. So I have an incredible survivor that feels the courage to tell her story. So she'll be telling her story on that night. We have an incredible, one of my dear, I be girl fanning doctor friends of mine who's also a survivor who will be sharing her message on resilience. Our MC is a survivor. I was very like intentional about making sure that this night was full of survivors. Some of the women on my team is a survivor, so we literally have survivors everywhere, and we also have survivor support. So one of my team members is not only a survivor, but she's a licensed therapist. So I'm
Wow.
very big on making sure that not only do they feel seen and heard, but they don't get re-traumatized. So we have a special comfort room set up just for them. Just if there's a moment throughout the night where you're just like, this is a lot, and you need someone to talk to, I'm not myself am a licensed therapist, but then I also have team of licensed therapists that will be on standby in case anybody gets triggered.
That is great, Leah. Do you have anything else going on leading up to this event, or right now is this where the concentration is?
So outside of this, I do have a new book coming out. You getting exclusive.
Oh right, oh right.
Yeah, so I do have a new book coming out. It'll drop on Juneteenth. It is called What Works for Susan Won't Work for Tamika, a culturally responsive approach to sexual violence prevention and response. God laid it on my heart that cultural sensitivity is something that's missing from the sexual violence conversation. For far too long, we have been doing this very one size fit all approach to sexual violence. And so, what I've learned in my own lived experience is that it looks different for people that look like me. And so, my goal with this book is to really do what I do every single day, educate folks about how to work with diverse populations, how to work with people that don't look like the Caucasian woman that's coming in your doors, but looks like a Black or brown woman, or looks like a man, or looks like someone that is of an indigenous culture. So, yep, it's about 192 pages, but I wrote it and it's coming out on Juneteenth.
Well, that's wonderful. Leah, I'm so proud of you and,
Thank
and
you.
the work that you're doing, the work that you have done. I know when I first met you and you were kind of vacillating between, can I do this? I don't know if I want to do this.
Uh-huh.
But you went forward and you have just done an amazing job in a
Thank you.
lot of different areas. So I'm real proud of you. And I think this is going to be a wonderful event. I want to go on and get my ticket. I want to be there and be able to support. So thank you so much for
Thank
dropping
you.
by this evening and filling us in. And I'm going to be sending you a little note when this is over.
Okay, I'll be looking for it.
You have a great evening, lady. And again,
Thanks,
thanks
Elder.
for being with us. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye, y'all.
I tell you, I think that it is, I know the event is called Courage Couture, but I am so excited about seeing Leah move forward in what is her passion and doing the things that she can do and the things that are important to her, that she is making available to more people. And she's not afraid. Courage, courage. When you talk about courage, and I'm just very happy to see this because, like the survivor story and the thriver story, if you are in a room and you say, I remember, for example, when I was going into jury duty, I was doing jury duty, and I had the opportunity. I was looking at all the potential jurors in the room. Jury duty was not something that I wanted to do. Okay, I'll admit it. Didn't want to do it. But I looked at all of the people in the room and I thought, okay, clearly they're not going to need me. There are all these other people here, and some of them are real excited about being on jury duty and all of that. And they asked one question. And the question was, anybody sitting in the room who was a potential juror, if they had been themselves or had a family member who had been a victim of a violent crime. And that room just about emptied. And yes, I did end up on the jury. And I say that to say that so many of us are touched by sexual violence, by the passion that Francina is dealing with cancer thrivers, and the families together that come, that works with homelessness and all of that. We need to step up and do what we can. And it's not always a money thing. Francina was explaining the things that she has got going on. And when it comes to uh, ASCAN and the Cancer Action Network. So there is a way. If there's something that you want to do, if there is then you're not sure how you can participate or how you can become a part, of the organization. There may be some other things that you are able to volunteer and do that you have not even thought about. So be sure that you are looking at the link that you are seeing. Let me put it up on the screen here. Let's see. Yes, she is. She has put the link there so that you can check that out, and Francina said that she would later on put her link on Facebook as well, so that you will be able to know exactly what the details are with what's going on with her organization as well. Okay, there we go. All right. I had two other friends that were supposed to pop in this evening. I don't know what happened to them, but I'm going to tell you what's going on with them anyway. And if they pop up, we will be sure to put them online. Just a reminder, first of all, that Pastor Sims is going to be back with us on this coming Monday. It is the first Monday of the month, and he will be back with Under Construction. I think he's got a special guest too, but whenever Pastor Sims is on the line, there's going to be some good information and some powerful nuggets that he drops on us whenever he is in the house. So be sure to mark your calendar, put it on your calendar that Pastor Sims and Under Construction is going to be on this Monday coming up. This Monday is also the day that the newsletter drops. So if you are not a subscriber to When Life Speaks newsletter, be sure that you do that. And let me see if I have, let me see if I can take a minute here and post how to get that in. Okay. I don't have my buddies with me tonight, so let me see. You know what? I don't think I'll do it that way. You can go to my page though. Yep. I'm going to have it posted up there. How you can, when we advertise the newsletter and the newsletter is coming out, there will be a link there that will let you know how you can become a subscriber so that you won't miss any edition of When Life Speaks. Okay, that's that. I wanted to do that now. This Saturday, you all are very familiar, I know, with Pastor Kelvin Little. Pastor Little supports us here at ALH Broadcasting. He's part of the village, and he and his lovely wife, Lady Crystal, they've got something special coming up this Saturday at 4:00. Y'all, they're going to be celebrating the second anniversary of the Well Church. The second anniversary. We can't even believe it. But Pastor Kelvin, we celebrate you. We celebrate you. We celebrate you. We are so happy for you and so happy for the way that your church is growing and the things that you are doing. I'm so sorry that you couldn't be with us tonight because I really wanted the people to see you and Lady Crystal, even if just for a moment. But I'm doing the best I can. Tell folk where you are and what is going to happen. This is going to be on this Saturday, April the 5th. It's going to be at 4 p.m. And the address is 2046 Chapel Hill Road, Burlington. North Carolina 27215. And let me see if I can just put this on. Uh, Let me see. Take a deep breath for me while I'm trying to do this. Um, okay. That is their Facebook link. Just the Well Church TWC. So if you want to go out to that link so that you can get more information and see what the flyer is and what it's all about. I know he said, I asked him, I said, have you put it out there? Is this for everybody? And he said, whosoever will, let them come. Whosoever will, let them come. So if you want to be a part of the celebration for Pastor Kelvin Little, the second anniversary for the Well Church, you be sure and check that out. And if you want to hear a good word from an absolutely phenomenal man of God, Bishop Ronald L. Godby Sr. is going to be the speaker in the house. So I know if you all are familiar with the River Church in Durham, North Carolina, if you know anybody who's been there, if you've never been there, if you want to visit there, whatever the case may be, let me tell you, this is an opportunity for you to hear a word from the Lord that I promise you, you will not forget. You will not forget. That's right. So Bishop Godby is going to be there. And I hope you're going to be there too. If you can, support Pastor Kelvin and Lady Crystal on their second anniversary right there in Burlington, North Carolina. Let me see if there was anything else. I think that's all that I needed to share with you tonight. I talked to you about Families Together, the Save Me movement, the 2-year anniversary, Pastor Sims coming back, and I think that's all we have. Yep. I'm going to try and do this more often, guys. We're going to take maybe one show, and it just depends on what's going on and what's going on in the area and who might be available to share with us. But I think we need to keep up. We need to be aware of what is happening around us and the people who are involved. And hopefully I will be able to get more of you to participate and to let us know what's happening with the things that you are passionate about. Because we've all got to help one another. We've got to have a sense of community that is strong and that is tight and that is keeping us on the path that God would have us to travel. So that's it. You know, these nights are short nights. So I'm really, really glad that you stopped by. You can go back. You can tap on this link in this program and still share it with somebody. And I think it will be very helpful to them to know what is going on. So that is it for me for tonight. I thank you so much for dropping by. We're going to have a special show next week. Lynn's going to be with me next week, and I'm not going to tell you what our subject is, but she's going to be with us next week, and we're going to have an amazing time. Please forgive me. I don't know what's going on with my phone tonight. Sometimes it doesn't work at all, and sometimes it just lets everybody in the world come in. So we're not going to be bothered with that this evening. But I do say thank you to you. Thank you for being a supporter of ALH Broadcasting and When Life Speaks. Thank you for being here tonight to be able to get some more information and know what's up in your community, what's up with things going on. And if you have a passion for an organization, if your church is doing something in the area, if the power of one, if you need some support, or if you want to come on and just tell your story of strength and testimony of triumph, be sure that you contact me at speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com. That's speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com. calm. So I'm glad that you were here. I thank you so much for being a part of what we do. And let me tell you, come on back. When you come back, be ready to turn down the volume of life. Turn it down for just a little while and get ready to receive so that when life speaks, you speak life. Good night, everybody.